Why the job? Why brand management? Why consulting? Why finance? Why product management? Why customer service? These questions come up in every interview of your life. People are interested in understanding not just why you want that job at that company, but why the type of job. Well, in today's episode, we're going to walk through what you need to do to adequately answer this question so that you are a desirable candidate in every interview that you go through. This is the trick behind answering why the job in an interview. There is only one right way to answer this question, but I'm going to start with the 3 wrong ways that you can answer it before I get there, because you might notice in yourself things that you've done in previous interviews or were planning to do in an upcoming interview. Number 1 wrong thing to do is to make it all about yourself. This is what we call a level 1 answer. A level 1 answer is when you say, I want this job because it's going to give me skills, because I want a job, because it's going to be really fun, because it's an example of the things that you are going to get out of the job. It's a misunderstanding of the question when you answer the question in that way. So that's a level 1 answer. A level 2 answer is a one-dimensional but kind of boring response where you say something like, I'm really excited about that job because I think that I'll be really great at it. It doesn't really answer the question, but it's not a terrible answer. It's quite short, quite one-dimensional. We call that a boring or a usual, a typical, a standard response. Level 3 is when you say, there are a couple of things that led me to this job. Number 1 is that the job is very fast-paced. I really enjoy fast-paced things. Number 2 is that the job has a lot of different variety. I've always been seeking variety in each of the roles that I've played. And number 3 is that the job has X. It's a little bit of a blend between what you're going to get and what the job is offering. It's answering a little bit more of the story of why you'd be a good fit for the job, which is actually the question that they're asking. But the more important version of this question is the one that you answer with level 4 answers. And that's what I'm going to talk about now. A level 4 answer is a story. It's your opportunity to tell your story. And this is where, instead of saying, this is why I want the job with a direct answer, you weave a story in. Now, what's implied when you tell the story is that you're actually answering a slightly different question. Not why this job, but why are you sure you would like this job? When you answer that question, then the story becomes easier to craft, because usually there's something personal in it. What you do is you go back to a point of reflection. I was in another role and there was something that I really liked about it, but there was something that just wasn't quite right. I didn't do enough of it, or I wanted to do more of this type of thing, or I wanted to work with people that were more like this one project that I worked on. And so I began to look for a new role that had this, and this features. And when I came across brand management, I discovered that I could use data, I could work with people, but I could also use and unlock my creativity. And so then in that way, you're kind of weaving in some of the great elements of the role. You're weaving in your personal story. It has some gravitas and also some really personal connection, some emotion in the story, which makes it memorable. If you answer a question in that way, you will be impossible to turn down. So just get ready. Level 1, terrible, just about you. Level 2, boring, standard. Level 3, structured, but no emotion. Level 4, tell a story. Now, in summary, this story needs to fit in 1 minute. It needs to explain what you were doing, when you got the idea for the job, and why you're sure you would enjoy it. And again, with all of that great storytelling, it just needs to fit within 1 minute. So make sure that this is a question that you practice before you walk in the door of your interview. We're super excited about all the different processes that it takes to put together great stories for your fit interview, and we're here to help. We can help you with one-on-one coaching, or we have digital materials in the form of our Fit Interview Bootcamp. So if you want help, just DIY help, or if you want help with a guide, we are here to help you. You can find the links in the show notes, and we would love to connect with you. Thanks so much for listening, and good luck.